Hi, I'm Brooke and welcome to my channel, Brookie Shuffles. The purpose of this video is just to let you know a little bit about what this channel is all about, who it's made for, what you can expect to find here, what you can get out of it, as well as some tips and tricks for learning shuffling along the way. Before we get into all of that, just to give you a very brief intro into who I am, I have been dancing my entire life. I have a background in dance choreography as well as teaching studio dance classes and coaching dance teams. Separately, but kind of related to that, I also have a background in personal training and have been teaching group fitness classes for a little over 10 years now. Shuffling as a dance style is something that just kind of flew by my radar for a really long time, and I really only discovered it last year when I started getting into the EDM scene. And it's something that appealed to me right away because as a dancer, I've always really been drawn to footwork. To be honest, I'm really kind of mad that I didn't really get into it sooner, but whatever, it's fine. So anyway, of course, I immediately started immersing myself in it and trying to teach myself and learn, and that was mostly through YouTube and Instagram tutorials. Ultimately, what really ended up working for me is when I took my knowledge of body mechanics and my experience in fitness and choreography and started creating these little repetitive combinations to music as a way to get repetition in, as well as a really good workout, because I was also looking for a way to move while I was stuck here at home and not teaching my classes. If you're here from the future, this is all happening during the coronavirus pandemic. And if you happen to be catching me right from the beginning, well, what a great time to learn a new skill. So I created this channel in the hopes that maybe the techniques that worked for me will work for some of you. And I also just really love to teach. It bears mentioning at this point that I am by no means an expert. I still don't know all of the names of the moves, so there are probably a lot of you out there that could help me as well. So maybe we can just all help each other and share in this shuffle journey together and just do whatever we can to get the world shuffling. So what exactly is shuffling? I'm using the term shuffling here as more of a broad term to include a few more specific dance styles that over the years have kind of been meshed and merged together to create the kind of dancing that now you frequently see at raves and EDM shows and festivals. So it all started with the OG Melbourne Shuffle, which essentially is just the T-step. Then the running man was added in, and that is now widely seen as the most basic move to learn when you're starting to learn to shuffle. And then you have cutting shapes, which is a style that's based all around the Charleston. In this channel, you'll find tutorials and choreography to include all of those. So who is this channel created for? This channel is for you if you are brand new to shuffling and you're starting from the very beginning. It is for you if you already know how to shuffle, but you're just looking for a way to improve your skills or maybe just a different way to practice. And it's for you if you are just looking for a new way to work out, because shuffling is an awesome cardiovascular workout. And if you don't want to learn to shuffle, but you just particularly like watching shuffle videos, well then I suppose this channel is for you too. So what will you find here at this channel? First, tutorials. These are going to be detailed instructional videos breaking down the foot placement and body mechanics for each move. Next, you'll find what I call shuffle fit choreo. So once you've got the move down, rather than having to just go off and practice it on your own, the shuffle fit choreo will be repetitive combinations that will be a fun and practical way for you to practice these moves to music. And they're going to come in a variety of levels, from very basic, which is one move throughout the whole entire track, to more intermediate and advanced level combinations that will include more steps, a little bit longer combinations, more intricate footwork, and faster counts and tempos. In addition to all of that, you can also expect to find longer choreography combinations in a variety of levels, as well as videos with warm-ups, strengthening exercises, and mobility drills to complement your practice. So what can you expect to get out of all of this? Well, if you're brand new here, you get to learn a brand new skill to do whatever you want with, whether it's dancing by yourself in the living room or impressing your family members at holidays, or maybe one of these days popping into one of those shuffle circles. You can expect to improve your skills as a shuffler, both in learning new steps in choreography and in your freestyle flow. So the shuffle fit choreo was designed to give you that repetitive practice that you need to increase your muscle memory, which will in turn make it easier for you to learn new steps and new choreography. That muscle memory is also tremendously helpful in making the moves flow really naturally, which will help you in your freestyle flow and really help you throw down in those shuffle circles if that's what you're after. Another great benefit of all of this, fitness, of course. So if you're here as someone who's just looking for another way to work out, one of the intentions of the Shuffle Fit Choreo videos is that eventually you'll be able to just put a whole bunch of those together, however many you want, for however long you want, to create an entire shuffle workout. So by doing that, you'll get those awesome cardiovascular benefits of strengthening your heart, increasing your heart rate, increasing your cardiovascular endurance, boosting your mood, getting a great sweat, burning calories, and it's also really great for strengthening and shaping your legs and improving your coordination. Okay, so here are a few tips and tricks that I have for you to help you learn shuffling along the way. Number one, it's important to know that when you're learning a new movement pattern, you're training your brain just as much as you're training your muscles. So it takes time and repetition for our brain to create those new pathways to our muscles that eventually result in muscle memory. A lot of these moves are going to go completely against the way your body is conditioned to move, so it's like we have to retrain it to switch our muscles on differently. So it's not just about learning where the feet go and learning the counts, it's like we're rewiring the way that we move, and the only way that can happen is through repetition. That leads me to tip number 2, be patient. It's completely normal at first to feel awkward and jerky and uncomfortable and bumbly and unnatural. So give yourself permission to feel all these things and to not get it right away. Be patient and allow the time and repetition necessary to allow those neurological adaptations to happen. Tip number 3 is go slow. So once you understand how to do the move, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're ready to go faster right away. And a lot of times what happens is we get really excited and we try to go faster, and then this happens. And what that is your body just going back to the way that it's naturally conditioned to move, or its currently established muscle memory. So when we learn a new skill, the time that it takes for our brain to send the signal to our body is slower, and there is nothing that we can do to make it go any faster other than repetition. So instead of trying to force it, be patient, go slow, and allow the process to happen. The more you repeat it, the more natural it will feel, the faster you will then eventually be able to go, and the less you'll have to think about it. Okay, so my next tip is to learn just one move at a time. And I think this is one of those things where you can get really excited and we just want to learn it all right away. However, your brain is going to get overloaded, and the process will be a lot easier if you allow that muscle memory process to happen one move at a time. So then when you go to learn a new move, you can focus all of that brain power on that one new movement pattern. And then when you go to put the moves together, the move that's already been solidified in your muscle memory will just happen second nature without you even thinking about it. And that way you can focus all of your energy on really getting that new movement pattern down. The next tip is video yourself. So working in a mirror is really great too. However, when you video yourself, you tend to catch some things that even you don't notice in the mirror. So for me, when I first started, I would go back and watch my video, and I noticed I have this weird just claw hand only on my right side that was just stuck in place the whole time that I otherwise wouldn't have noticed. So it's a great way to go and see what your body is doing and kind of analyze your own technique. And then it's also a really great way to just go back and see how far you've come and how much you've improved. Okay, next on the list is footwear. And I'm afraid I don't have any specific suggestions for you here, as it's very subjective to what's comfortable for you and the type of surface that you're dancing on. So you really just want to get something that is comfortable and supportive, and something that's not going to be too slippery and not too grippy on the floor. I have yet to find a really comfortable shoe that I like all around. Sometimes I wear sneakers on my tile floor, and sometimes I'm just dancing in socks on the carpet. So it just really just depends. If you have a shoe that you really love for shuffling, let us know and drop the suggestions down in the comments. And finally, have fun. Of course. Did that even really need to be said? Thank you so much for being here. I really hope this is helpful for you. I will be uploading videos on a regular basis, so if it is helpful, I would so appreciate your support by liking and subscribing. Thank you so much. Let me know what you think, and happy shuffling.